Man up, Cabot. What's good for Jax is good for me, and what's good for me is definitely good for you.
I don't know of one instance when what's good for you has been good for me, Clemalene.
It's time to change all that.
If it involves getting you off my back, then I'm all for it.
Is that why you told Jax to help me with my suicide?
I may be ruthless in the courtroom, but I do not wish you into your grave out of convenience.
I must admit I'm surprised.
One of the things that irks me the most about you is that you live your life exactly as you see fit. So why shouldn't you be able to end your life in exactly the same manner?
Mrs. Cushing, how could something so terrible happen to Drew and none of us even know it was happening?
David had us all fooled, Owen.
Even Drew?
David fooled Drew most of all. He told Drew he was his friend.
Why are adults so freaking good at lying? It's like when you turn 21, you get your PhD in lying.
A lot of grown-ups are scared, like you. Or they have something to hide.
I'm not hiding anything. Who told you that? Drew?
I meant that you are scared, Owen. Maybe there's someone you could talk to.
I'm not the one that needs counseling, Mrs. C. That would be Drew.
Then why the partying? Why the drugs?
Can't I experiment? Can't I just be a teenager?
Not if experimenting means burning your house down during a party you weren't even supposed to be having. Face it, Owen. You need help.
Convincing Jax that she should help me end my own life is pretty radical for you, Cabot. You're so, how should I say it, conservative.
You are trying to tie up loose ends so no one else has to deal with them. I admire that kind of personal responsibility.
I think you may be overanalyzing things a bit.
How so?
I'm scared as a fish that's just been hooked and can see it's headed straight to the big boat. Honest to God, scared silly.
Just between us, okay?
Sure, just between us chickens. What?
The thought of dying makes me break out in a cold sweat.
Well, death's sitting right in front of you, so don't drench that suit of yours.
I'm not kidding, Clemalene. Terrified.
Why do you think I want to control it?
To manage some of the damn fear that comes along with it.
You got it, bucko.
Otherwise, it's just too unthinkable.
If the good Lord has seen fit to send death my way, then at least I'm going to open up the door, welcome him in, and have him sit for a spell until I'm damn well ready to go.
So that's why you asked Drew and Jacqueline and me to help you? Control issues?
Well, since you put it like that, yes. Dying on my terms, clean, clear-headed, upright and ready?
No surprises.
You're a purposeful man, Cabot, so I was hoping that eventually you would see things through my eyes.
Well, from one control freak to another, I hope it gives you some peace.
I was hoping it would give Jack some peace. You know, let her help me so that she can prepare herself. The last thing I want to do is kick the bucket while she's off raising money and have her come home to my stiff corpse.
I don't know if she could handle that.
I don't think so either. And I'm here to tell you that I'll do whatever it takes to keep her calm and happy.
I had a party, so have your husband sue me.
Owen, your party could have killed someone. It burned down your family's house, and you're still avoiding the fact that it was your fault.
You want to talk blame, Mrs. Cushing? I'm good at that. I can blame my mom for being too overbearing. I can blame my dad for dying. I can blame my teachers for being uptight.
You left out Drew. What do you blame him for, Owen?
Drew lured in a minor and gave him to a sex offender. I'll bet Jessica has something to say about that as well.
Don't you see that means he needs all of our help to get over it and forget about what happened?
Wouldn't that be great? If we could all forget everything that has happened over the last year.
I can't imagine what it must be like to lose your father, Owen. I'm about to lose my mother, and it is killing me.
What's going on with Mrs. Valentine?
Ever heard of assisted suicide?
Drew's grandmother wants to kill herself?
Not so loud, please.
What's wrong with her?
Mother is very ill, only has months to live.
I had no idea, Mrs. C. Are you going to help her?
Never mind me, Owen. You've got a mother who's very much alive and kicking and needs your help to get through the mess she's in.
Now look who's avoiding reality.
I'm not avoiding anything.
I think it's kind of cool. Your mother trusting you enough to tell you the truth, even if it's about dying.
I never thought of it like that.
Maybe her way of saying she's sorry for all the times she's annoyed you or irritated you is to be honest with you so that you can help her now.
I know she needs me, but...
Is there really a but here? Sounds like your mom asked you for help and that you should do whatever it takes to make sure she gets it. Isn't that exactly what you've been telling me all along?
Nothing you've done has ever made Jacqueline calm and happy, Clemalene. I imagine she was just as annoyed with you when she was 16 as she usually is with you now.
She was a sight to behold when she was 16.
Still is. I may be a world-class jerk sometimes, and she may be a world-class
Watch it. She's still my daughter.
Okay, and she may be a world-class jerk sometimes too. But every once in a while, I look over my newspaper in the morning, and she is still definitely a sight to behold.
I'm going to miss her so much.
You're the one leaving, Clem, not Jacqueline.
Oh, come on, Cabot. Once you die, don't you think you'll miss the people that were such an important part of your life?
The cold sweat thing, remember? Do we have to go down this road?
It's just that, well, I want to spend my last month seeing her happy. Her smile is the last thing I want to see before I close my eyes.
That's a lot to ask from a daughter as she helps her mother die.
If I can make sure she doesn't have any other worries, that her life is good, then I'll be able to let go. If I know she doesn't need my help to muddle through a lot of hurt caused by you or Bibi, then that's what I want to do.
Oh, now I see. That's why you're here? You want me to come clean with Jacqueline, so you can help her deal with it while you're still alive.
As usual, the lawyer gets it wrong.
Enlighten me then.
I'm here to get you to promise that you will never, ever let Jax know that Owen is your son by Bibi.
But I can't stop you from telling her.
You won't have to. Didn't I tell you I was here to make you happy, Cabot? Well, you have my word that I will never utter one syllable about Owen's paternity to Jacqueline.
And why should I believe you now?
Because I'm dying. And the last thing I want to see is my daughter torn apart by the people she thought she could trust the most.